Right, so hello and welcome back to the Bach and Arthur podcast, everyone. We've got episode 10 coming for you here. Woo!
Oh, we made double digits.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Today, we've got a population in crisis in South Korea. We are going to be reacting to some of your YouTube comments. We've got some listener questions. We've got a very interesting question about our friendship from our little friends at Patreon.
Or broship.
And we're finishing off with another game because you loved last week's Wordle so much. It's Contexto.
Oh, we're throwing it back.
I say that, but we're wearing the exact same outfits because we are recording 2 in 1.
Same day. Oh, we're just we know you're going to love it.
Oh, you guys loved last week's Wordle so much.
Imagine. Oh, you loved it a little too much.
Oh, that was horrible. You're getting way too horny on these episodes.
Thank you.
But let's start off with a little personal one. Batch's London Marathon update.
Oh,
How's
yeah.
it going?
Okay.
So this episode's coming out 3 days before you run the London Marathon.
Oh, my God.
How's it all going? You nervous?
I mean, it was going really well. And I was thinking, oh, yeah, I'm getting the hang of this. But then Monday, I did 32K, which is the maximum amount of distance you go up to in your training plan before you taper off. So the longest run you'll do is 32K. So then when you do the 42K marathon, you know you've done a 32K before, you just got to do an extra 10. And then you do half marathon, 13K, and then it's race day. So I'm starting to taper off. But the 32K just obliterated me. It really did.
Really?
Yeah, I was doing really great at like the half marathon point. I was feeling great, feeling way better than the other half marathon I'd done. And I was like, oh, this is fine. Then within the next like 5K, I got to 26K. I was like, I just actually can't finish this.
Oh, really?
My like sides of my body really just ache. I think the problem is like my fitness is fine. Like I could have kept going if I had someone else's legs. I think I haven't built up enough like running muscle probably for it. Like my hips aren't keeping up with everything else because they don't lie, as you know. So yeah,
having your childbearing hips help you with running, or does it make it worse? A hindrance?
It turns out I've been pregnant for a while. I'm carrying hex tuplets.
What?
So they're filling me out massively.
Oh,
it's making it really difficult. But yeah, I eventually pushed through. I just took it a K at a time, and I got to 32K. Got back home, and I was just a shell of a man. My lips were purple.
What lips?
Both. Both. Yeah, because the body stops sending oxygen to pointless bits.
Really?
So yeah, my lips were purple. They were also whenever if I do like a long run, because I'll sweat a lot, I'm just after the run, after I've dried off, I'm just covered in salt.
Oh, you don't splash your face with cold water?
No.
That's my favorite thing about coming back from a run.
No, because I like to save that stuff so I can just brush it off in everyone's pasta.
Do you like licking your skin after you've been sweaty?
Sometimes.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Which bit do you lick? Which bit of skin?
I like licking your arms the most.
Hang on. You should try my gooch. You'll love that.
Oh, that's the second episode in a row you've spoken about your gooch.
The creme de la creme, because it keeps asking to be spoken about.
That is creamy. That is creamy.
Yeah, honestly, after doing 32K, I'm a bit like, I don't know if I even want to do the marathon. And then I saw a TikTok the other day of like, she didn't know it yet, but she was in heart failure at this point.
I saw that one.
And she's just running.
She ran past and smiled. And
then everyone in the comments is like, oh yeah, people like doctors say like marathon training is like or just running marathons and ultra marathons is the biggest thing for like heart failure and
yeah, it is. When
stuff.
I went to watch my friend do the Cardiff half, and someone passed away from a heart thing.
Yeah,
it just happens. It's a big strain on your body.
It is, and I know the odds of me actually dying are low, but I'd rather not go out in a marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd rather go out in another way. I've got to see some kind of apocalypse like we mentioned on last week's episode.
I'd cry and be heartbroken. Anyway, moving on. We've actually got a really sweet...
Anyway, shut up. Let's go.
We've got so I put in the Patreon chat on the way here. I was like, we could do with an extra thing or two. Just a bit of a lighthearted, funny one. So I went into the Patreon chat and I just went, hey guys, we're about to film an episode. Have you guys got anything you want us to talk about? Any questions for us or anything? Remember, you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/Batch and Arthur. Go check out the perks. And Leo Murphy.
Oh, Leo Murphy.
Leo boy pops up with, show us your first messages to each other. I want to have a laugh.
How do you know they're going to be funny? Oh, you don't want to see our first messages.
They were funny because I spent ages scrolling on the tube and then I just burst out laughing.
It's
Do
just
you have any idea what it was? Not dick pic. Do you have any idea what the first page of our messages to each other are?
I wonder if it's maybe we said something to each other after I saw you and Chip on that pub crawl. or not?
No, wasn't
Nothing. So it was after that.
This is on WhatsApp, so this is when we have each other's numbers.
It's probably about the podcast, I'd assume.
No, we didn't start speaking about the podcast for months after
It's
this.
got to be YouTube videos then.
YouTube videos.
But
So
what?
your first, by the way, Kino, he was the first one to message me.
Was I?
He
How did I
goes-
get your number?
I don't. Oh, you asked for it at Becky's shoot. So we did
Did
Bambino
I?
Becky's pub crawl quiz video, not pub crawl, pub quiz video.
And I didn't have your number before that. How did we
No.
communicate?
So you said probably Discord, because me, you, George, and Arthur were in a Discord
Yeah,
group.
probably.
And obviously that's what we film on.
Oh my God, yeah, we spoke to each other on Discord for ages.
Yeah, we did.
Before I was like, no, we need to use WhatsApp now. So that's when that happened. That's good to know.
No, this was back in September 23. So we were. I think we were mainly using Discord to speak.
I remember at the time though, if I had ever messaged you on WhatsApp, you'd be like, "What are you doing? Get back on Discord."
Yeah, I hate
You hated it.
I hate having multiple lanes of speaking to people, because you can be like halfway through one conversation and then you'll pop up and you haven't replied to my last one, but you're like, because it's a new platform, you're like, "Oh, what are you doing today?" And I was like, "Bro, I've got messages." Anyway,
Yeah.
so your message was, "Do you know when the Bambino episode comes out? I want to watch it. After all, you're my second favorite Arthur." That's a very Bach thing to say. So I went, wow, no idea actually. Maybe the next one. Haven't heard. So you posted it. You went, "Thanks, homie." Love emoji. And then you messaged again.
I double messaged
"Hey,
you.
you going to the Beekeeper premiere tonight?" And I went, "Unfortunately, not a cook-off video." And you put, "Show 'em what you're made of." Which is really sweet.
Show 'em what you're
It's
made
just a
of.
really wholesome early.
It is, yeah, because we didn't really know each other properly that well.
I'll send it to the proddy so they can
That's
have that
quite funny.
on screen revealing as I say each message. It was very sweet.
Uh,
And now you're really horrible to me, actually.
Yeah, I wonder who my
Message.
Well, there was hints of it when I said you're my second favorite Arthur.
Yeah,
There was
that's
hints of
true.
that. I was
You've
showing
only
you
gotten
what
me
was to
now.
come.
Yeah.
So I guess the top Arthur at the time was Arthur Hill,
Mm-hmm.
and now Arthur Bartholomew has overtaken both of you, who I've been playing online with recently. He's a 12-year-old guy. He's good at Fortnite.
They are the best, aren't they? Why? When you get older, I read the other day that like it turns out your gaming like quality does fall off.
Oh,
when you
really?
pass, like,
So we're
25.
boomers now.
So mentally, so we actually we will get smoked.
And not in a good way, because
That's why
I
I'm
like
glad I
smoked cheeses.
haven't got a little brother in that little batch of younger siblings that's like just like a 12-year-old little bro who's just smoking me at Fortnite.
It would be. I wouldn't be able to take
I'm
it.
carrying
Yeah.
you and being like, bruh.
That's so. Yeah, imagine being carried by a 12-year-old brother. That would be so embarrassing.
Well, speaking of younger generations, South Korea has a birthright problem.
My
A
God,
birth rate
you-
problem, I should say.
You nailed a segue.
That was actually quite a smooth segue. I was watching, I can never pronounce what it's called. Is it Kyrgyzstan?
Oh, Kyrgyzstan, yeah.
Kyrgyzstan?
I love that.
The channel of informative stuff. And they dropped a couple of days ago a video saying South Korea is in population decline crisis.
Oh my.
Quite a lot of countries in the world at the moment. So obviously the average couple needs to have 2.1 kids for the population to maintain about the same rate, because obviously not every single kid goes on to have kids themselves. You know, not all kids make it to child rearing age, but most do. So
2.1. So is that 2 and then just not in the corner of the room somewhere?
that's so fucked up. Bro, I'm not... that means
That's
that...
how odds work, right?
No, not quite. That means for every 20 couples that have kids, you got to have one
They've got
couple
to share one.
that has 21.
So they've got to share one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Good to know.
Yeah, no, so you need slightly more than that.
Mhm.
You need those couples to just sustain populations. But obviously we live in a capitalist system, a lot of us, where infrastructure and society and the economy is built on exponential growth, immigration, birthright. Why do I keep saying birthright?
Yeah, why do you get... It's my birthright! Yeah, I can tell you've been watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh god. But yeah, in 2024, South Korea's fertility rate was just 0.75, the lowest ever on record.
Whoa.
Way below the replacement level of 2.1 needed for a stable population. And the trend has led to a decline of approximately 450,000 people over the past 5 years. So the population is already actually declining.
Damn. So that, yeah, they're struggling over there.
Yeah, and there was a little thing in the video about how, like, in 1950, there were 20 million people in South Korea. In 2023, there are 52 million. And by 2100, it's going to go back down to 24 million again. But I mean, I think South Korea has a particularly low fertility rate, and they're really expecting to struggle and starting to feel the burdens of it. But it's happening all across the world.
Yeah.
The Kyrgyzstan brought up a map, and it's kind of like Africa, the Middle East, and some parts of South Asia, Southeast Asia have above 2.1.
Yeah.
But pretty much all of the rest of the world
It's below.
has a sub 2, and it's
Really?
sort of like a, obviously there's a lot of people that are saying we're going to essentially just need. Oh, there you go. There's a state of global fertility, and pretty much like I said, there's actually a couple of countries in South America there, and Central America. But other than those, lots and lots of, I mean, the vast majority, if not all of Europe, North America, a lot of these places are going through what South Korea is going to a lesser extent, where you're just going to have less and less people. And there are pros and cons, and we're going to go through some of them. So pros, the big ones, environmental. That's a big one that everyone says. Like a lot of people go like, don't have kids, it's bad for the environment.
Yeah.
Obviously, less people producing CO2.
Yeah. Less
people
farting.
Less people farting, less people eating cows that are farting, less people burning fossil fuels. So lots of those. So environmentally, I mean,
Right.
it's one of the things you speak about when you say like, oh, when AI takes over, it's going to see us as killing the earth, so it's going to kill us.
Yeah.
We're a bit of a drain, so less people.
Yeah. We're essentially doing it to
global
ourselves.
warming.
Yeah.
Not bad. Resources, certain resources. So
More wheat. You hear that?
if you think about like, let's say 10% of the world has mansions.
Yeah.
If the population declines and halves over 100 years, all of a sudden 20% have mansions. So a lot of the fixed resources that are already there, like land, there's more to go around.
More money to go around.
More money to go around.
Interesting though. I wonder if they take money away when there's less people, or if they keep it out there.
Well, obviously, in terms of economics, you need population growth generally for GDP growth. Obviously, you can have things like efficiency and technology and innovation, but they're the sort of things that will really have to ramp up to be able to keep producing and keep growing. But I mean, a lot of people are into this whole depopulation thing, and they go, you know what? Screw the economy, screw all these systems, screw this. Like, we shouldn't live in a system that requires us to be constantly exponentially growing the population and, either having to have everyone have more kids than there are people, or constantly needing to bring in immigrants to like top these numbers up,
Yeah.
But obviously there are cons as well, the dependency ratio. Have you heard of that one? People starting to speak about that, sort of going like the number of old people dependent on young people.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously you want that to be really low. You want very few old people being supported by a lot of young people in the workforce, because they go, let's put 1% aside for our old people to look after them, and that's enough.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, when the vast majority of people in the country are old and need care, that's a huge strain on the resources of the young, productive people.
Yeah. China's got that, haven't they? Aging population.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so many countries do. I'm sure in Kyrgyzstan they were looking at like Philippines, Thailand, all them. It's dropping everywhere as well. Like even countries that previously had sort of like fertility ratio of like 6, it's coming down everywhere. And obviously it is a big thing. I mean, there's quite a famous like Bill Gates quote used by like conspiracy theorist people, where he says like, one of the big things that we can do to combat overpopulation is introduce vaccines. And people who perhaps don't really understand like the healthcare and the effects of healthcare initially go, wait, what? That means he's getting vaccines out there to kill everyone.
Yeah.
But it's all about, in countries that have healthcare where children live, the vast majority of them live to reproductive age, that those parents tend to have way less kids than parents who have kids, and a lot of them die from measles, mumps, rubella, and stuff as younger. And like things like increasing education and healthcare and prosperity and stuff leads people to having less kids over time. And so in countries that, like, as they become more economically developed and the healthcare improves and all that kind of stuff, you just tend to have less kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, the dependency ratio is obviously a big con. Like, a lot of strain on the young workers, less innovation. I mean, lots of these things like loss of innovation, less culture, just come from there just being less people.
Less people, yeah.
Because you've got one less, you know, maybe the next Einstein or the next Newton or whatever isn't going to be born.
It's crazy to think that we haven't got like the next Einstein just knocking about yet.
Yeah.
And I wonder when that would ever happen. Because he had so many more neurons than most people.
I wonder if they're about now, but the way the world works, they're more into chess and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you think it's you?
Like, I think...
Oh, this is you.
He's sitting right here. Like, Magnus Carlsen evidently has a brain that just works in the most insane way. And maybe in a different period, he will have used that pattern recognition and stuff to recognize the pattern of things falling towards the Earth or recognizing the pattern of orbits of planets that we observe and go, hold on, they're not just circling the sun or the planet or planet Earth in a perfect circle. What's going on here? Are they interacting with each other? Maybe there's a different shape to their orbits, all this kind of stuff. Maybe they're now going, I can make loads of money being a chess grandmaster or, you know, different types of savants and stuff.
Yeah.
Or then maybe just because science is so complicated now.
Yeah, it's harder
the absolute
and harder.
genius is like, we can hear gravity and be like, oh, gravity, or like we were saying the other day, Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if someone has a breakthrough in quantum physics, it would just be so far beyond our understanding that, you know, you don't turn around and go, oh my God, you know, he predicted that planet would be there because of like the curvature of light that everyone kind of understand. And here it's like oh God, he's talking about unifying two theories and their interactions in early universe and stuff. And you're just like, oh God, how does that apply to me, you know? So maybe they're about... But then also there's so many of us, like, are we actually going to lose that much innovation and culture?
I think so. I think when you get an aging population, you naturally just get less innovation. Because
I guess that.
It's new minds coming in that brings innovation, isn't it? So, yeah, I guess that's why a lot of like workforce... Well, when you see a workforce that are getting younger progressively, they tend to be more innovative than an aging workforce because they've already got systems in place and they're like, why change it if it's working?
That's true.
Rather than, oh yeah, but it could be better.
So
yeah,
you got other things like low military strength. Obviously, if you're a country and everyone else is booming around you, you know, you're a country with 100 million people, your rivals have 100 million people. 100 years down the line, you've got 50 and they've got 500. Their military might means that they can control the world.
Yeah, that's why you just got to make loads of TNT.
A lot of TNT.
Just simple as that.
Yeah.
And then all you need is one crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
To set that off.
Flint and steel.
Yeah, one crazy motherfucker with flint and steel to go in there.
To set off and blow the world to smithereens.
Yeah, to blow the back out of the world.
But the population thing with like the scarcity of resources and stuff will be so interesting when we go interplanetary. Because realistically, once we have being able to go on other planets.
Even when we're mining like asteroids, it's like that plummets a lot of markets too.
Yeah, it does.
A lot just changes as soon as we start mining off Earth, like properly.
Yeah. Like the number of planets that just rain diamonds.
Yeah, exactly.
And that'll become meaningless.
Or like lithium meteorites that are just flying by.
Yeah, that'd be great if it landed for batteries, wouldn't it? Because that's one of the big things for batteries.
Yeah.
For batteries.
Oh, for batteries, yeah. The batteries would get large.
But yeah, it's a weird one, and weirdly, it's something people have been thinking about for thousands of years. So we've got a couple of philosophical takes from two of my favorite philosophers. I'm sure there are plenty more from plenty more modern ones, but you know, my obsession with ancient Greek philosophy. So Plato said in the Laws that there must be neither too many nor too few citizens.
Oh, just right.
He had an ideal city size of 5,040.
Excluding women, children, and slaves.
Yeah, so he was like,
only men.
He was like, how many are the perfect people? He was like, not even thinking about women, children, and slaves.
5,000 bros. That's all you need.
Yeah, exactly. 5,000 homies.
5,000 bros, and we'll
such
flourish.
A small amount, but I think about it in terms of like living in Durham, living in Jersey, Yeah. I think societies feel warmer when everyone knows each other.
Oh, and it is, yeah, and for sure, it probably is better with a smaller society. Like you would get less poverty and stuff because you directly know the people who are struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, one dude goes homeless in your whole village and everyone knows him.
Exactly.
You're like,
everyone helps out.
Steve's there.
Yeah.
Whereas you walk through London and there's a homeless man every 50 yards.
66 million people in London. It's like no one knows.
There's not 66 million people in London.
There's 6 million people. There's 7 million people in London.
Yeah.
There's 66 million in the UK.
In the UK,
oh my God, 8.9 million now. Where did 2 million people just come from out of nowhere just now?
That's
They
crazy.
Oh,
But yeah, in London, you just
Light
walk
just
past
came
so
in.
many and it just becomes, I don't know, you become cold to it, which is just so sad.
yeah, because there's so many people. It's like there's so many homeless in London
Yeah.
that even if you wanted to help every single one, you wouldn't even be able to find them all.
Yeah, that's true. So I think 5,000 is just a great number.
It is a great number. It's kind of curvy.
I don't know why I added the 40.
He
Like
just
why
added-
5,000 wasn't
There's got to be a
enough,
reason for
but
that.
5,050 was too many.
Why 5,040? There's got to be a reason for that. Plato
Yeah.
was a bit like that, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, maybe he thought it made him sound smarter. Because if he goes, oh, about 5,000, it's like, right, well, you've not really thought about, 5,031 and a half.
A half. Oh,
He chose it because it's divisible by all numbers from 1 to 12, excluding 11.
and he
Make it
hates
easier
11.
for administrative tasks. Interesting. So it's divisible by
Oh, so he
12.
did
That
think
makes
about. Oh my God! For a second, that screen just went black. We just went past a black hole on your side, I think.
sense. Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is serious.
People are talking about the stars going in the wrong, but I think we're zooming through space that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're splitting it in half.
Yeah, it's
They're a lot
coming
closer
towards
than you
us.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, that's cool. Okay, that's good to know. And I think he also, yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't a whack job. That's brilliant. Okay.
So Plato thought that this number sort of allowed for proper governance and social cohesion. Basically, we were just saying, just going like, it's a good amount to be able to control everyone, for everyone to feel like they're a part of something big and important, but at the same time part of a lovely neighborhood.
Have enough amenities for everybody.
Exactly.
To keep rivers clean.
Yeah, exactly. Because waste back then, oh my God. Yeah, you couldn't have a big high-rise building without good waste management.
Yeah, self-sustainable probably.
He thought that overpopulation led to disorder, inequality, and conflict.
Mm.
And the underpopulation weakened the state. Same kind of thing. Like back then, you're always prone to an attack.
Yeah.
Another local city or town could easily lay siege at any point.
Yeah.
It's good for you to have loads of men with spears
And hot oil. Keep that on you
and hot. Ooh,
at all times.
yeah.
It's the perfect.
And trebuchets,
Oh,
have lots of
course,
trebuchets.
Lots and lots of trebuchets.
horses. Yeah,
Horses.
and Socrates had a similar thing, no doubt. I mean, obviously, Socrates was the teacher of Plato.
Mm.
And he said in politics, a state that is too populous cannot be well governed.
Mm.
And he thought that too many people diluted civic responsibility. That, again, is exactly what we were just saying with the homeless people. You know, you get a lot of people, you see a lot of unrest, and you go, that's so big, it's beyond me. Like, what can I do about knife crime in London?
Yeah.
Whereas if you're in a small little village and, you know, Bob's got a knife,
Mm.
you're like, Bob, mate, what the
Bob,
fuck?
mate, I'll knock you out.
Yeah.
Bob, mate, I'll rearrange your fucking face, mate, if you don't put
Yeah.
that down.
Or the one homeless person. So it's weird how we've kind of always had these thoughts, and I guess it depends on what people like. One of the weird things though, when with the population collapse, is that small towns empty because big cities are built for infrastructure, built for everyone to be there. And if you go to a small city and all of a sudden it halves in population, you all of a sudden haven't got enough people to maintain the infrastructure that's there.
Right.
So roads start filling with potholes. People can't be, places can't get clean, all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
And so you end up getting this flight from these more urban neighborhoods, and everyone moves into the cities. And in places like this where the population declines, you just see villages and small cities just going derelict because
Wow.
everyone moves to the big city because that's where all the resources are for care,
Yeah.
for look after like public
Mm.
infrastructure, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
that would be a kind of a sad one because you quite like,
Villages.
and I want to live somewhere quieter when I'm older.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in a big city all my life. I'm not built for a big city,
No.
and you're not either.
No.
It's good for our careers and stuff where we
killing
are
our
now.
spirit.
But is that why you're so miserable today?
Yeah.
It's zapped the fun out of you.
Yeah.
No, it is. I think it would be nicer if we lived in a sweet little village
I really would.
in Italy.
Oh, there's such a lovely sound on TikTok where it goes, "Oh, to be in England now, April's here. No, now spring is here. No, now April's here." And then it goes through, and then it's like this soft-spoken English man birds tweeting. Oh, and then it's just images of England in spring, and it's like villages and fields and deer.
Spring makes me very
So
patriotic
lovely.
as a Brit. Just looking at the English countryside and just being like, this shit is great.
Shit's lang.
When you see one of those little towns, you know, and they've got like granite houses with like
Yeah.
chimneys and smoke coming out, and then there's
God.
one of those old stone bridges over a little
Yeah.
rolling
Oh,
hill.
it's just tranquil.
It genuinely is one of the most beautiful
Oh, it really is.
countries in the
Oh, my God. You just know that's the Cotswolds.
fucking hell. Look at that.
Is just, oh my God. This is the shit I
What's that
love.
one in the
right
bottom middle? That, like, why do me, you, Arthur, George, Chris?
here. Exactly.
Why do we not just have one of those each?
Because you could just, you could,
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just lovely greenery. There's trees. There's these lovely stone houses. We'd all be a stone's throw from, there'd be one pub.
Oh, pub as well in the countryside.
The countryside pubs are
It's
so elite.
different. Oh,
Going for a nice pub meal in the evenings.
oh my God. Sunset.
This is what I said the other day. I went to a countryside pub the other day, and I was like, because we do YouTube, we miss out so much from pub culture. Like when I used to be, even when I was a lawyer, a lot of the times we'd finish on Thursday or a Friday at a reasonable time.
Chit chat and a pint.
Everyone would just go grab a pint and you chit chat. A lot of people go after work a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Now, because of what we do, we either are doing a pub crawl and getting absolutely battered, playing games, you know,
Being legends.
not having conversations about ourselves because we're on camera and it's boring. We do that enough on the podcast. Or we're at home working. Like we don't have that kind of
Yeah.
go grab a pint in the sun and chill that much.
Yeah.
And I just can't wait for the days when we're all a bit more settled down and we're in these old little countryside.
Have a chit chat and a
And
pint.
it's just like, oh, it's Thursday afternoon. It's sunny.
It's clay pigeon shooting day, and then we're going to go and
Yeah.
go to the pub in wax coats.
You know what we could? We're out for dinner. We do this really fun thing actually. Batch hasn't
That's
done
my
it with us
first-
yet.
Actually, my virginity you're about to
This
break.
is his virginity I'm about to snatch.
True, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna chow down on. Me, Chris, George, and Arthur do this thing. We haven't done it in a while, but we do this thing where every month it's on a roster. It's our responsibility to book a dinner with the guys. So we get dressed a little nice. We go somewhere we wouldn't usually go. We go to a nice restaurant and we just have a really nice time. And we've had a lovely time everywhere we've been. Arthur booked a really fancy, cool place in West London. The food was a bit weird. It was a bit mid. It was like everything was a bit odd and the dishes
Oh,
were
when
a
you
bit
get the
small.
random bit, oh, here's a trollop.
Yeah, it's like, oh, here's a
That is-
tiny chicken breast on a bed of peas.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, there's not actually, where's the starch? Where's the carbs?
Where's the pussy?
But it was just a,
That's a gravy. Where's the gravy?
it was just really, it was a really fun, cool place that we'd never be in. It was
it's
a
an
sunny day.
experience, isn't it?
And then Chris took us to a South African barbecue place and we
That sounds
tried
unreal.
crocodile,
Oh,
kangaroo, emu. We did a bunch of really weird meats and it was quite bland and
but an
it was quite
experience
dry.
nonetheless.
But again, when am I going to...
I love this. Oh, Chris took us to this place and it was actually really bland and dry. And Arthur took us to this place and it was just, we just had chicken breast and peas.
I'm
It
getting
was,
prepared because Arthur was like a little bit disappointed that it wasn't perfect because like, you know,
it's a
what
lot
we're
of
like,
pressure to book a place for everyone and like
and we're a
have people like
competitive
it.
little bunch, so we all want our restaurant to be the best. And Arthur was like, I cannot wait for Chris to book his next month so I can be fucking miserable and
shit on it,
complain about
yeah.
everything. And it's kind of funny because we're all like rattling Chris a bit, like going, well, this is a bit dry. And he's like, no, it's not, for fuck's sake. And so tonight, I'm very aware that
You've kept it a secret from everyone where we're going as well.
I'm going to tell you because this will be out later.
Thanks.
It's called Madeira, the Treehouse. And pull up some pictures of this.
I like the sound of it. Oh, I can get a San Miguel.
If you just type in that Madeira Treehouse London.
Oh, it's
there you go.
Mexican.
Yeah, it's Mexican.
I
It's
love
lovely.
Mexican.
But look at that.
I might have been there.
It's lovely.
No, That's unreal.
It looks lovely. It's central. It's got insane, lovely views.
Arthur, have we?
There's hanging. I've never
Been
been
there?
there. No. Oh, you've been to the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, haven't you?
Oh no, that was another thing.
And right
Oh
now,
my
Babylon,
God,
the
that looks-
Pan So yeah, we're going here, and this will be fun. But
And this will be fun.
I'm prepared for it to be us to get cooked. Like, oh, we won't have a table with a view. All the food will be dry.
Imagine all our backs to the view.
I'm gonna try and not get rattled. I'm gonna fail miserably.
It's looking
Mother's
good.
Day ruined. 1 star.
Oh, the latest reviews, 1 star, 1 star. No, the place has got 4.2 stars.
5 months ago. Oh, he's clicked loads of reviews. I was like, why the fuck is it back to back 1 star?
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fine. It'll be all right. Has George done his yet or not?
No, so it's been Chris.
It's only been a
then
two.
Arthur, then me.
Right.
So I'm guessing George will
That's
go
a
next.
lot of pressure. I didn't know it had to be like, it has to be kind of like a fancy, like cool place.
So it doesn't have to be fancy or cool. It has to be somewhere where we would never usually go. So it needs to be a unique experience that we're
Does
like.
it have to be in London?
Where we're like,
so.
even if, it has to be in London, where it's like, even if the food's shit, it's like, I'm glad we tried it. I'm like, we all came out of the first two, like, we're really glad we did it. And we just had a really good time. It was, you know, like some of those nights when you're just like, everything's really positive. Like the chat's really nice. That's it. Like the chat's just really nice.
Candy,
it's really nice.
Fucking...
We like to, we're dabbling in the wine. Me and Arthur are trying to get George and Chris into wine more.
Oh,
it's
can't stand wine.
You say that now, but have a nice, when you find a wine you like, it's an acquired taste, but you do.
You
do
say that
like
now.
it.
I will never find a wine I like.
That's bollocks.
It's not bollocks.
It's bollocks.
I swear to God, it's all just made of grapes.
So yeah, mine's tonight. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Maybe we should, I don't know, after the 5, when you do yours and George does yours, we'll revisit it and we'll.
This is us before Arthur's evening, and then next episode we'll go. This is us after, and everyone's going to be saying like, we all got food poisoning.
I'm prepared. Wait, what? Why the hell? What's that got to do with South Korea?
Population crisis, you taking us somewhere that's going to give us food poisoning and kill us.
Oh yeah, no, because the tacos render you infertile in this place.
Yeah,
that's the only downside.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I'm looking forward to it. Do you want kids?
You trying to vote me or that?
You trying to vote me?
I still don't know. I do.
You don't know if you want kids?
It's more of like not something I'm thinking about now because I don't want them anytime soon.
Oh.
I do want kids. I don't want to be parents in a house, like an empty house. I think it'll be boring. I've also grown up with 3 sisters and like pretty big fam, so why did I just say fam? Oh, pretty big fam. So
pretty big fam. Oh my God, has that been there the whole?
He called you the claw because you came in. No,
I hate this
you
guy.
mush up his face. He's laughing at your stupid ass. Oh my God. Come on.
Oh.
That's so cruel. You have been chosen, yeah. Maybe I do want kids. I'm feeling quite...
You're very broody.
We started to bite. Not teething at the moment.
No, I'm the same. I think coming from a big family makes me want a big family of my own.
Yeah. You definitely don't want like a boring household.
But how many kids do you... Also, I think one thing is our generation definitely obviously has kids later.
Yeah.
In the US now, for the first time, there are more people in their 40s having kids than teenagers.
Really?
And I think, I wonder how much of the fertility ratio isn't people who are having overall less kids. I mean, obviously a big chunk of it is people having no kids or having less kids, but how many of it is just a real cultural shift towards people having kids much later in their life? Because like, I don't know, like even... I don't,
go ahead.
it's kind of hard to talk about money and stuff, but like even when I was a lawyer and I was like, I'm earning a good amount of money, I was like, I still think I was like, I'm nowhere near financially ready to have kids. And I think if you're sitting there going like earning like 6 figures and going like, I'm not ready to have kids. And then like the average income in the UK would be like 30, 35K. It's like, no wonder like barely anyone's having kids at the moment. Like it's so expensive. It's such a big drain.
Yeah.
I think one of the things in the South Korea video, I was reading through the comments, was a lot of people speaking about how work culture is just so toxic these days. Like so many people are in the rat race. Yeah. Where, I mean, what was it where South Korea tried to increase their working week to 69 hours a week.
Someone just chose 69 because they were horny as well.
But there were loads of people in the comment section of that video that hadn't even been brought up, and they were just like, it is not a surprise at all that no one's having kids. Like there were people going like, I'm a guy in my early 30s. Not only do I not make anywhere near enough money to support kids in the current economic climate, but like my boss expects me to work first thing in the morning till the last thing at night. I can't have naps. I can't take time off. I don't take sick days. I'd be laughed out of the office. I come in, I work weekends. Like, how am I ever supposed to have a healthy relationship with my kid? And like, you know, when you want kids, like when you think about having kids, like you want to be there for your son's first football game or actually not even, let's not gender it, for your child's first sports match, for your child's first ballet recital, for your child's whatever they're up to, whatever their passions are.
Yeah.
You kind of go, well, I want to be there for the big milestones for them. I want to be there when they come home from school and they go, oh, that maybe there was a bully today. Maybe there was a girl I had a crush on. Maybe there was this, and be there for them and speak them through that. And I think maybe worse in London, but there's just so much of that toxic work culture that, like, I was looking at, like, you know, I look at my friends now that are in their late 20s and they're all in those kind of worlds, like working. You've got mates that are like that as well, don't you? That are working, and you can't, like, you sit there and you look at their lives and you're just like, where would you fit kids into this?
Oh yeah. Especially like at our age as well. Like one of my best friends who works like a corporate job, and they sort of have to prove themselves in the beginning, because it's like, if you want to work your way up, you got to show your boss that you'll show up to anything they want you to do. So he's putting in like ridiculous hours, working from like, he'll be up at 5 and he doesn't get off the laptop till like 11 p.m. at night, because no matter what his boss wants, he's like, yeah, I can do that. I'll prove that I can do that, just so he can, you know, make it somewhere in the industry that he's in. And if you're doing that for like your early career, you're going to get to an age where you're like beyond your 30s, beyond your 40s, and you're like, well, I've been working so hard, maybe now I've got time for kids, but obviously it's like it's been pushed back all those years because you've prioritized work. And yeah, I guess that's why it's just been pushed back so much. And I think it also has something to do, like, especially with America, more people in their 40s having kids than teenagers, I think has something to do with like a switch up in religion as well, and how much that plays a role in people's lives. Because, you know, before you would probably, if you were very Christian and there was a lot more Christianity beforehand, you would be like, okay, well, you'd get married and then you'd have kids and that's your life. And things were more traditional as well. Like the man in the relationship would work and the woman would stay at home with the kids. And so it gives the opportunity for that to work. But now it's very normal for it to be, you know, both partners in the relationship are working. Who's then going to look after the kid during the day, like at work? Yeah,
exactly. Even that thing, like part of the economics of it, like almost doesn't allow for that traditional family. Like if you just have a regular job now, you can't turn around to your wife and say, actually, I'm ready to have kids. You know, you should quit the job. I'll support you. Yeah, and you can raise the children. It's like, how are we going to make this work financially? Let alone like taking a. It's so tough. Full-time nursery care for London is £428 per week, which is really, that's a full-time wage for a lot of people. Yeah. And what was the fertility ratio in London? Did that say 1.3?
1.35.
In 2023, it was 1.35. In Islington, it was 1.01. Nationally, the rate in England and Wales is 1.44. So yeah, we're on population decline.
Oh yeah, we're falling off.
And it's just like, there are just so many factors that it's just like, of course.
Yeah, it's so much harder to have kids.
Yeah. And you got like Elon Musk out there going like constantly tweeting like,
you've got to have kids.
Everyone have loads of kids. Like, I've got 12 kids. And it's like, well, bro, you're a billionaire. You can afford to have 1,000 kids if you want to, but like, it's so out of touch that he just doesn't realize. And he often fights people that go like, I can't afford to have a kid. And they go like, actually, if you look at the statistics, a lot of the time, people in poverty have way more kids than people who are financially well off. But it's like, he doesn't understand that, like, that there are more complicated issues at play there.
Way more
a lot
factors,
of the people that are slightly more well off, that maybe have like jobs that don't allow them to spend more time in childcare, or you know, obviously like people that are well off tend to be on average slightly better at financial planning and financial management. They're more likely to be like, I can't afford kids, because they've, you know, factored it into that more and stuff. And obviously there are like some systems in place that allow poor people, like people in poverty and on benefits and stuff. There are like childcare allowances, although we're very stringent with them in the UK. But yeah, it's not as if like the people who are poor and having less kids, people who are slightly more prosperous and not having kids are just like dumb because like evidently people who are less well off can have them. It's like there are just so many things that are
So
holding
much more
people
at
back.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, just like a million different like cultural, economic
Yeah.
influences and that kind of stuff. And
Mm.
I think quite a lot of people are like celebrating the teenage and the 40s thing and on Twitter, just going like saying the same sort of thing, just going like, we've had so long of women being expected to just sort of like, you know, turn 18, not pursue a career, not pursue a degree, just hunker down with a husband and
Yeah.
have his kids. And it's like, it's in at least part a good thing that women can go, actually,
Yeah.
I want to have a career, want to do all that first and stuff.
Yeah.
But
No, I think it's a good thing not for it to be like an expected thing to have kids early. And whilst you're like 18 to 25, you've got to have kids then because that's the ideal age. I think it's a great thing to be more like, honestly, do it whenever you feel like it's your life, your kids. You can have them whenever you feel like it, as long as you're a responsible parent and you've thought it through and everything.
yeah, for sure.
It's a great thing to be able to be like, yeah, I mean, I'm 40, but I know I'm healthy. I'll be able to look after my kids at this point and give them a good life. Why not?
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then when you hit 40, like, I remember reading, because obviously my sister is now pregnant. That's
Congratulations.
A bit of a, don't really speak about my family that much, actually,
No.
on an individual level. But yeah, she's now pregnant.
Oh my God, you've reached unk status.
I literally just remembered.
You've reached unk status.
Not yet. It's coming. It's
No,
coming.
it's in the belly though.
In the next year.
You're unk, bruh.
Is that where the baby is?
Yeah, in the belly before they get pooped
Yeah.
out, yeah.
But she was just like, oh, it's crazy, you know, she's a year above me.
Oh my
And,
God.
What's going on here?
We're watching our own podception. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, people calling you unk status in the comments, maybe.
Maybe, I guess this was
They probably call you
maybe we
unk,
spoke
bro.
about my birthday.
Oh, because it was your birthday.
But yeah, like she was like, oh, like it's quite important for me to have kids now. I'm in my late 20s because there can be a lot of health complications.
Sorry, that was bad timing. I was just
Oh, you just realized it as well, that once you like later on in your 30s,
yeah.
like the health complications that come with having kids. And it's kind of a shame that when people reach the like financial status to be like, I can actually slow down my career, I've got enough savings and stuff to have kids. Like biologically, it's not.
Yeah. What's the concept?
Arthur is forever trying to be young boy, but we know you're 42. Focus on planning your funeral, not your GCSEs. Bruh, for real. The reply.
Someone's agreeing. Just because you wanted to do the GCSE test for a little bit longer, they're like,
No,
no, get your old ass out of here. Unk. That's
Yeah.
funny.
The inevitable march of time.
Ah, God.
But yeah. On population decline, I had this thought. This was my question. So,
Oh, is it?
the Patreon and then average viewer couldn't see me coming. What would you do if you woke up and the world was empty? This is a big nightmare I used to have.
I would just edge for
What the fuck?
probably hours.
You do that anyway.
Goon as well, goon.
Oh yeah. But if you just woke up and you were just like, oh shit, there is literally nary a soul around.
Just get on with life. I think, but not normal
What does that
life. I just
mean,
get on
though?
with like survival. I'd treat it as a zombie apocalypse without the zombies. So I'll be happy. with that.
Boring.
Well, what else am I supposed to do? You can't travel. Actually, maybe.
Good.
You no longer have a home really anymore.
But like you
There's
could
no one to go
commandeer
back
all
to.
the resources so you could jump on a super yacht.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to operate that thing. I'd just sit there.
Oh, it's just got a steering wheel, I think.
I bet it's more complicated.
I don't think so.
Imagine I just. Oh,
Have you not seen Titanic? The wheel just gets bigger as the boat gets bigger. You just turn.
Bro, you're going to kill yourself on the first day. You're going to be like, oh, I could just use a private jet now, try and fly
Yeah,
it and just
yeah.
don't get out of Gatwick.
Fighter jet. Oh, I'd be so tempted to fly a plane.
I wouldn't risk it. But that's the thing though, because I would struggle with not doing it because I'm like, oh, I could do literally anything now. Like all
Yeah.
of this is my stuff. Do I want to die without trying to fly that plane?
Yeah. Also, otherwise, there's no way you're ever visiting like Australia.
Boat.
You're never visiting Australia by boat. You do not know how to sail.
Yeah, I'll just go to Europe. No, I'd stay in the UK. I'd die there.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you die here.
Maybe I'd go Viking with it and just sail out.
I would definitely go like
To America.
live like on the Amalfi Coast or something. I'd live somewhere super scenic on the water.
So how are you going to get there? You're going to have to use a plane or a ferry.
I'd probably drive south to like Portsmouth, commandeer a ferry, drive that
The
to the
thing
north
is,
of France.
we're saying it like it's easy, but driving a ferry, like how docking up. You're not going to be able to dock that thing.
Yeah, you just.
You're plowing through.
I think you pull down to reverse and push forward.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to do it. You are literally going to plow straight into a cliff. It's likely going to sink.
I can
you'll
swim
probably
though.
die.
And there are lifeboats, and I can paddle.
I think you'll end up dead. I really do.
You're very pessimistic. Oh, you can learn to do it in a week. Oh
Yeah,
my
with
God, I'm going to the
instructions.
library
Why?
and getting a how to fly a ferry book.
That is not going to help you. You can't fly them even. What the fuck?
How the hell do
You're
you fly a
dead.
ferry?
How do you fly a fucking ferry? No, you could just swim the channel anyway.
I wouldn't swim the channel.
David Williams did it. Read his books.
Yeah, but I love seals, but I'm also very hungry when I swim, and I fear I decimate the population.
You are not a threat to seals. Oh God, how is that your issue with that?
You know, I'd go somewhere scenic where I'm like, I'd be happy to live here. I think being by the sea is important because fishing, especially when all the humans are gone and overfishing
there's a
isn't a
serious
thing.
food problem and everything.
The fishing populations would explode.
That's the thing. You do need to pick somewhere like realistically you can survive there. I don't think I can go too tropical with it
No,
and still survive. I need to stick to what I know. I'd probably go to Scotland.
that's so cold though in the winter months. But I guess there are houses and wood burning stoves. That would be too miserable for me. I couldn't live most of my days with no people and no sun.
But where do you go? Like you go to Australia, half the fish will probably kill you if you try and eat them.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd go like southern Italy or southeast Spain.
But then forest fires.
It's not that frequent.
Every second there's a forest fire in Italy.
Yeah, I
Guys.
don't know that, but that used to really scare me. I thought like my worst nightmare would be like waking up. Actually, it was
Your worst nightmare would be waking up.
It was waking up in the middle of the night,
Mm.
electricity not working, and it being pitch black in the middle of the night, no one being around, and it being permanently like that, just like you with a flashlight,
Fleshlight.
just rinsing that thing, just filling it to the brim.
Oh my God.
You're the one that
Brim.
said flashlight.
You filled it to the brim.
Yeah.
I barely filled it.
No.
That's disgusting. I'd probably rob a sperm bank actually. Now
It's
we're
a
talking
measly amount of sperm you produce. It's embarrassing,
about.
actually.
Thank you. You could always just dig down to Australia, or eventually you get there.
That's true.
That's probably the easiest way to just get a jackhammer. Just go
I think
down.
that one of the annoying things would be like if you just randomly got something where you're like, oh, this is kind of going to kill me. Like you just got cancer and you were like, ah, fuck.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing I don't like about being on desert island. Like being like, I've got a toothache. Ah, fuck, I can't just go get a filling.
And that could well kill you, a toothache. as well.
Yeah, it would.
An abscess.
We have
growth,
like diarrhea and you've got no like electrolytes to refill you. You just shit yourself to death.
coconut water.
Makes you shit yourself even harder.
It's electrolyte though.
That's true.
You can never shit yourself too much.
Do you know how many people die every year from shitting themselves to death? It's an insane amount.
Is it really? Can we
It
pull that
actually
up?
is.
Pull that shit up. Literally.
Like diarrhea, dysentery.
Really? Diarrhea to death.
1.17 million people die from diarrhea each year.
Isn't it crazy that we can joke about diarrhea, even though it kills 1.1 million people a year?
What's an educational joke,
But then-
evidently.
But then I strip down completely naked on the podcast and now I'm a weirdo. It's funny what you can get away with, isn't it?
All right, let's lighten the mood a little bit and react to YouTube comments.
Oh, my dick is sad, is it? Is that what you're saying? I've got a miserable penis.
Someone please just clip those questions. Like, what the fuck do they speak
Well,
about? on
you're
this
right.
pod? What the fuck? Or someone should do like these are the exact times in the podcast when my parents always walk in. It's just stupid shit like that.
I had a comment
You
on
never come in where you're like, population decline in South Korea has reached desperate levels. Of course, the economy can't uphold it because of the ratio. What the ratio called again?
ratio cock to penis.
What the dependency ratio. They never come in when it's that. It's always when you're like, fill the flashlight to the fucking brim.
Yeah, I had someone comment on my video the other day saying it is honestly the most embarrassing thing watching your videos with my bedroom door open.
Because of the shit you say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's 100,000 of us. We need a fan name like the Bacteria for Batch's channel. Have you got Bacteria? Is that what you got? I thought they were called Batchlings.
Batchling, Bacteria, yeah, either or.
Oh.
They're both.
Because we obviously have worms, but they're for the worms are the Patreon members.
I mean,
The cabin crew?
yeah, or Scarlett Johansson's.
Maybe. Because the worms officially are called crewmates. If you subscribe on Patreon, the tier is called crewmates.
Oh, we're going to get sued for that.
So maybe we should change that to Worms.
Oh, the fleshlights. How about that?
We can talk about the Bach and Arthur and Joyce as crewmates.
Yeah. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Just you guys come up with your own name.
What's this?
I think that's the best
Arthur
way to do
Bach is Welsh for little Arthur. So Arthurites. I don't understand the so there. Arthur Bach is Welsh for little Arthur, so Arthurites. But we've just lost the Bach bit.
I think the idea is that Bach is small in Welsh.
Yeah.
So they're going English Arthur, Welsh.
Oh, it's
The
like
Welsh
saying
part of Bach.
little Arthur.
But guys, it's
It's a
Bach.
synonym
It's not Bach. Everyone
I
always
feel like
says
calling
me.
the Bach and Arthur podcast enjoys just Arthurites.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go with
Arthur
Arthurites.
enjoyers, King Arthur's loyal merry men.
King Arthur's loyal merry men. We all worship Arthur.
Knights of King Arthur's round table.
Whoever suggested that, you will be incinerated. Please rank the platform roulettes. I would love that. I literally rewatch them all the time.
Oh, we said we'd do that on a podcast episode.
How many have I officially been in that's gone up? Only one.
Only one. I feel like
Brighton.
you should do more.
Oh, by the time this is up,
I'll do a quick
there'll be
one and then
two of me
we'll
up.
do another one. So type in platform roulette.
Yeah, you can actually do a tier list because you've done them all.
Is that Arthur Field's platform roulette series? There you go. So let's see on the right. So we've got the first one.
You went to Sandwich, did you? Or where'd you go?
That's probably the best one.
Really?
Like rocking up in such a quintessentially British town,
See, that's lovely.
having a real experience of being like, oh shit, this is where the sandwich came from, the story of Earl of Sandwich. Ending up on the pier, that's so British. Like the stony pebbled beach
Yeah.
with a pier, the sun goes down, we're having a few beers.
And you'd probably never go to Sandwich otherwise.
No, and sitting on Deal Pier, like that's so what platform roulette's all about.
Yeah.
What was the second one?
Up number 2 again. Again edition.
Where did we go here? Keep skipping. I'll probably notice it. Oh, Shepbreath.
Oh, you're at a fucking zoo.
So this one, actually, okay, this one's my current number one because Shepbreath, we went to the wildlife park. That was literally, you rock up at Shepbreath, it's between London and Cambridge. It's the stop before Cambridge.
Yeah.
The only two things to do there, there's a pub and there's a massive wildlife park.
That's your ideal.
And this is the big thing that people always message really sweet stuff about the video I did with Reeve where he did his gym thing because I spoke about my ultimate goal kind of thing is to do something like this, to buy a small plot of land, get some cool animals and just grow it over time. And the more money the land earns and the more people that come to the wildlife park, the more I can, give to the local wildlife population in the zoo and just like have loads of enrichment areas and I think have massive enclosures, make it really engaging for people. I just love that idea. And that day when a couple of them in Shepbreath Wildlife Park knew us, so they brought us back stage to like dance with the armadillos and feed them, and it's just there's like a clip of me slow dancing with one, and it's just really really sweet.
Oh my god!
And then we ended up being like, oh fuck it, like we've done everything there is everything like there's only so much we can do here. Let's just go to Cambridge.
Yeah,
and it was like just quite a fun night out. Like it must have been one of the student nights, and there was obviously like a lot of like fans who were coming up to us and being really nice, and we were just like having pints in the pub around a bunch of people, roughly our age, probably a couple years younger, but like just a bunch of dudes in their 20s just being really nice to me. Arthur and George got quite drunk, had a really good time, and then a short train journey home. So that was good.
Nice.
Wales.
Where'd you go in Wales?
Was a bit miserable.
Cardiff. Where'd you go?
Where did we go in Wales? Click on that one. Skipped about halfway through. This one was a bit mid. We sort of played.
Oh, you just got hit in the nuts in that very moment.
We played a bit of putt shack. I think we went to an escape room.
Puck shagged each other.
That was fun, but nothing too crazy.
Arthur crashed out.
So
Serious crash out.
I think he did. I think he did every single one.
I've not seen that clip of George fucking literally like
snooker queuing it.
Snooker queuing the golf with his ass out.
Up north was very Arthur Hill.
Yeah.
I don't think we enjoyed that one that much either because we basically went up and that one was more of a video like we threw a last minute gig.
Yeah.
So we went up and not Durham Student Union, Manchester Student Union asked us if we wanted to do a gig. So the whole thing was us going up, having a few drinks at a few pubs, and then just doing a gig. And that's when I
That's when the singing
sang.
things came from.
She moves in her own way.
Oh, I thought you liked that one.
No,
She did a gig.
it was fun. It's just that's not really what Platforms of Roulette's about for me. Like, it was fun, and again, the fans were lovely to us, and it was cool getting up on stage and stuff. But I really like the essence of the sort of like sandwichy ones where you really are in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and it is just the boys having a good time, just you.
Yeah.
It's very like, feels very detached from YouTube. It's not like, oh, we're here, we're performing on camera, and we've got to do loads of like amazing stuff, and we've got to be super high energy. We can just take the piss out of each other a bit, have a few beers, and have a good time. Paddy's Day was epic.
You know, I was invited on this, but I was away.
That's such a shame.
That
'cause
could have
was a
been my
banger.
debut to Platform Roulette.
Yeah, but oh, we skipped. Yeah, Paddy's Day. That was one of the places where everyone was in probably the best mood. Like, everyone was just on such a good vibe because obviously everyone was day drinking with us.
Yeah.
So the vibes were really matched. Like, everyone was matching our energy.
Paddy's Day is excellent.
We just got really, really drunk. We did the beer bike thing.
Beer bike. Oh my God. I've
Which
heard
is
such bad
so
things about beer
fun.
bike though, because you're literally just cycling, and a lot of people just stop cycling, so then it becomes harder for you, and then
That's
you're just
true.
drinking, and everyone can perceive you from the sidelines.
Yeah. But you do get battered.
If you're
yeah,
battered,
see.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
And we're playing the song, so we're like playing our favorite music and like belting them out, and it just is really fun.
It's so funny though seeing this, because seeing it within the beer bike, you're like, oh my God, this is sick, this is so fun. But then when you're sober and you see a beer bike go by, you're like, God, they're fucking nuts.
Yeah, you're like, they're insufferable.
Yeah, it just looks so
Like,
awkward
it's
from the
4 o'clock on a
outside.
Tuesday. Why are you drinking, you degenerate?
But on the inside, it looks so fun.
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
And then,
I love that guy.
so I think you can take, and we went on a massive night out in Paddy's Day as well. We went to like this big Belfast club,
Wow.
and that was just really good fun. So I would say current top 3 are, Paddy's Day probably is the best because that was the best vibes.
Yeah.
Then Shepbreth for the wildlife park, then Deal because it's an OG.
Yeah.
And then Brighton with You was great.
I made the debut in Brighton.
Actually,
that was actually really good.
You know what? That could be number 2.
Really.
Going in the sea and stuff and wearing that funny coat. going to
Brighton's
the
just a
arcade,
great place for content and just stuff to do.
in the sun.
It was a great ending. You guys getting in the ocean.
Getting naked in the ocean.
Astronauts in the ocean.
Sitting in the sun and having pints as well is so hard to beat. That was why Deal was so good.
It was nice weather.
That was why Paddy's Day was so good. And that was why Brighton was so good.
Yeah.
And we did the karaoke there. That was quite cool.
True. Yeah, it was a good time, that.
So I really like, oh yeah, Rufus Rice popped up.
And James Foreman. People just popping up at left, right, and centre.
And what's the bottom one? We got drunk in a random location. What's this one? Where do we go here?
Yeah, where is that? This is the one that I was ill for, right? Where did you end up? You went bowling?
Oh, this is 2 months ago.
Yeah.
No, go up. Sorry, keep skipping through. Oh yeah, Kings Lynn.
Yeah, this one took, the edit
That-
it took ages.
Yeah,
That's
this
why
one wasn't that fun because there wasn't that much to do in Kings Lynn.
You filmed this ages
It was
ago, really.
very rainy.
Mm.
All the places are quite far from each other, so to go from a pub to this arcade, we had to walk like 20 minutes, half an hour in the rain.
Oh, wow.
It was a bit miserable.
Yeah.
There wasn't a great amount to do.
Yeah.
It was fun. The arcade at the end was quite funny, and Arthur had a crash out.
Yeah.
We played arcade,
Which is
stuff there.
ideal.
That
Oh, you had a
wasn't that
crash out
crazy.
here, right? This is the crash out
Yeah, I
moment
think
where it's
so.
like, you're better looking than me and you're
Yeah.
better. Yeah. That's funny.
And then I think the one we did the other day was the worst one. By
Where
far.
were we? Well, I can't remember. What place.
Gravesend.
Gravesend, yeah. Just a bad location.
Just nothing to do,
Still in London.
and still basically in London.
Still in London,
It's just
yeah. And there's
further
just
along the
nothing going
Thames.
on, yeah.
We
I mean, that video will be out now. So people...
it will be.
It will be, because it will come out
I'm
in the
curious.
next couple
it
of
could end up
days.
being a little bit better than people. Than we
Everything
think,
looks
but
better after the edit.
We also just didn't do it that long. Like, we rocked up in the morning, we stayed for a few hours, did a few pubs, had a few drinks, and that was it. There was just
Yeah.
nothing special about it.
Yeah, Gravesend wasn't a great location.
And I think Arthur and George wanted to get back, didn't they? So like, I was like, oh, let's get the boat back to London.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were like, no, bro, we're getting on the train. Like, I think Arthur
But what was there a boat back?
had plans with his mates in the evening or something.
Did he?
But yeah, no, that was a bit.
I can't
That was a bit
remember
of a dead one.
the ending.
I'm sure the video will be really
I
good.
think, well, there was whispers of just going back to London and just having a night out.
Yeah, and that never happened.
Instead of calling the video at the end there, we thought, oh, you could add an extra bit there. But yeah, no, it'll be interesting. It always looks, it's always funny when you're watching it back.
That's
though.
true.
I actually think it will be funny because We did, although we spent a lot of time in spoons in the beginning. There were some funny bits in there,
Yeah.
and I think that would be funny on camera.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, and then
Yeah, actually, we don't need to revisit that because we kind of did that in good detail.
yeah, that's true. My friend Sarah said Batch looked like Postman Pat.
You do a bit. I see it.
Okay, is it the nose? Maybe. I find that highly offensive.
He has got a friggin' massive nose.
Can I just say,
and a very long hair.
this guy looks actually nothing like me because he's ginger, rosy cheeked, really curly hair. He wears
Your cheeks
glasses.
go rosy after you use your
He's
rose toy.
He's a fucking postman, dressed as a postman. I never wear anything that looks like a postman. The only thing,
Yes.
the only fucking thing that they're saying is that I've got a massive nose.
Oh my goodness.
And that is it. And I heard that for the adding sound effects in. So yeah, thank you for that, Bethany.
Harriet says that her period is synced up to the podcast episodes.
Which is lovely.
Which what? Your period comes
Every
every
week.
Wednesday or every Thursday.
We're sorry about that. Yeah, we have that effect.
That's so interesting.
There's nothing we could do, I'm afraid. So yeah, we got a listener question now. This one's from Annie. Says, hi guys, I love your Minecraft series and was wondering if either of you had seen the new film.
No, I want to. I really
Yeah,
want to go
same.
see it.
What games would you like to be made into a film? And
Ooh.
Arthur, I know you're on Letterboxd. What is your top 4? I really wouldn't want to go and watch the Minecraft movie. Maybe we try and do that in Prague if we get a spare moment.
That would be cool. I thought you were going to say you want to have a movie based off Red Red Redemption.
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
it. Of all games, Ghost of Tsushima would be a really good film as well.
I haven't played that before. I really want
Really
to.
good game.
I'd like.
Yeah, Red Dead would be amazing.
They turned Halo into a series, but Halo has probably the best campaign story I've ever played. And if they did that properly, they made Halo a bit too human and too much romantic stuff. But
Yeah.
I'd love a movie on Halo because that's just such
That
a
would be
sick
cool.
series. And that's probably it. Maybe RuneScape because I love the old sort of like ye old England. That would be kind of cool. Like an adventurer.
They can really make a film out of anything as well. The fact they managed to do it out of Minecraft and make that into a movie just shows you,
Yeah.
no matter what game you pick,
So
they'll probably
true.
be able to make a film.
Oh, one of my top 4 movies.
What are your top
They
4?
actually might not be far.
movies?
Shutter Island and The Beach.
Oh, aren't these yours?
Yeah. So that's my favorites. I've got more than 4 favorites, I think.
Oh, of course.
I think
but
that's
these
just
are
like
here.
a bunch of them.
Right.
But Shawshank Redemption is up there.
Shawshank's great, yeah.
I love Shawshank
Love
Redemption.
Shawshank.
The Beach and The Beach is sort of like
I've not watched The Beach.
you need to watch The Beach. It's a bit of a psychological thriller. It's really messed up at times, but it's like probably the biggest contrast movie I've watched where like the beauty of it is so high. Like it's the most beautiful beach in Thailand. The idyllic life that they're aiming towards
Yeah.
is just perfect. Like they try to make this new community on this private beach on this private island that no one knows about.
Yeah.
Yeah, a load of people go there. Funny enough, there are signs up there currently saying tourists can't go in more than ankle deep because their sun cream is killing the ocean reefs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is kind of messed up.
That is a shame.
But yeah, Shutter Island, it's the beauty of it all, and then the darkness of the dark things that happen there. It's really messed up. Real psychological thriller. Shutter Island, probably one of the greatest twist movies of all time.
Banger.
Leonardo DiCaprio, one of his all-time greats, covers some of the darkest topics. Gladiator, just such a classic epic. I mean, Marcus Aurelius in that is
Epic legend.
epic. Yeah, he's like everything. I would watch an entire series if he wasn't dead now.
Yeah.
Sad, but
Well, you might not be.
I would love the actor to come back and
Yeah.
do a whole like series on the life of Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah. That would be legendary. Look at him.
Yeah, just a great character. And The Dark Knight, I just do love that Batman trilogy.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
trilogy.
such a sick trilogy.
Yeah, it's a great trilogy.
And yeah, what's the one with the Joker? The Dark Knight Rises? So Batman Begins is the first one.
yeah, he's not in that. The Dark
And then is it The Dark Knight?
Knight. I think
That's
he's
Scarecrow. And then Dark Knight
no.
Rises?
Is Scarecrow? Yeah.
Batman Begins is Scarecrow.
Joker.
Dark Knight is Joker.
Is
Dark Knight Rises is Bane, yeah. Oh, Bane's
That's
such a
it.
cool character as well. So yeah,
adopted
oh,
the dog.
they're up there.
I was born.
Those four, yeah. Shawshank Redemption, obviously the Lord of the Rings, the Harry Potters, the Star Wars. I absolutely
Interstellar.
love. I've really loved Dune.
June.
Interstellar, annoying for me, isn't an all-time great. I know that's gonna upset you, but it's good. I love the score. I love the movie, but it doesn't grip me. It doesn't have like a chokehold on my life. Well, Batch doesn't want to do the podcast with me anymore. Oh yeah, and worst movies of all time. How about Leave the World Behind? Again, I hate that shit movie. It pisses me off.
No, let's move on before he freaks out.
Yeah.
Let's move. Let's cheer him up with a game, I think.
Wait, what are your top 4 movies? Really quickly rattle them.
Interstellar. The Prestige is a great film. And all 4 of the Planet of the Apes movies.
Nice.
How about that? That's 6 of my top 4.
So should we start off with the word Interstellar, maybe?
Okay, start with the word Interstellar.
Very low. Ape. Crap. 28,013.
Water.
Ooh, 1,500. Sea. 3,000. Land.
Sun.
Oh, you go.
Well, both of them.
Sun, 27. Land. Ooh, 783. Money, 266.
Business.
Economy, 363. Economy, 1,600. So money is one of the top ones.
About product.
It's 1,200. Sale,
Coin.
1,000. Ugh.
Okay, money is the...
Coin is bad. Coin, 5,800.
Tax.
Ooh, population. Can you imagine? It's like depopulation or
funny.
something. Population's
Terrible.
3,900. That's terrible. To do with
Money.
money. Purchase. 700. Not bad. So business and money are the real close
Shop.
ones.
Yeah,
Sure,
business and money.
1,000. Restaurant. 962.
Suit.
371. Briefcase.
Yeah. I've seen them before.
Oh, 25,000.
You suck.
A
seriously.
stinker.
Car.
Ooh,
Sport. Switch things up a little bit.
1,000.
It's not bad.
Remember to say after so the audio listeners can know
Oh,
what's called again. Plane. 5,000. Bloody hell.
Ball.
Green.
Not bad. 934.
700.
Green's not terrible.
No.
Money.
I'm
What about
thinking money.
currency? Let's take it back to money real quick. No, that's terrible. 5,000.
Foreign. Oh, 751. Stripper.
Bad. Oh,
Money.
okay.
Money green.
1,800. What about country?
101.
101.
Africa. That's a continent, I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Europe. I think we try and narrow down that country.
Okay, 1,000 for Europe.
Asia.
I think we go America. 900. Country, money.
England.
I
Country really
I don't think it's
high.
a country. I just think country.
Government?
Yeah, because it's something like that. Government's
Government's
22. That's
22.
a banger. Okay. Finances. Wait. Finance. Just try finance and see where that goes. No, 1,000.
Prime Minister.
Yeah, try that.
Oh no, is that
It might not let you.
Just one word.
What about
President?
President, yeah.
400? Bank 1,000.
1,000. Government 22. Leader 155.
Legislation.
Ooh, 1,000.
1,000. God, government being
okay.
22 is so close.
Government money. Law 700. Government.
What are sort of like
What about Parliament?
nice?
Oh, 231. Just above money still. So it's looking
So we've got
political.
money, then
maybe
parliament, then leader.
maybe we go
country-
politics.
Government being the best.
No, 350. Okay, government being the best.
Public. Something like public
Oh,
sector,
94. Second best one we've got. So government, public.
Public. 94. Public, government. Transparency. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,0
Transparency,
6,000. I did think that was
What about trade? 383.
How does that- tax? Did we
Government-
do tax?
We did. It wasn't great. Government, public, country leader are our best things we've got.
Government leader.
Maybe it's like trading. But
King.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
2000.
Thinking other leaders or people important in countries.
What about deal? Who's got something to do? 141.
Minister.
Minister 600.
Trade. Did we do that?
Tried that.
Actually?
It wasn't great. Government, public, country deal.
Tariffs.
Yeah.
That's very topical at the moment. It's double F.
He doesn't know it. He doesn't know it.
1R.
Tariff. Terrible. 9,000.
9,000.
I would not have seen that. Boat. How about that? 1,000.
What about
Government, public, country deal. What about chairman?
Oh, chairman's quite good.
No, it's not 2,000.
Import.
Yeah, that's good shit.
7,000.
Maybe not.
Government, public, country deal.
Relations. Maybe it's going to be like relationship or something. No, 1,000.
1,100.
I don't think it is. What about
Branch.
Yeah.
See if it's a branch of the government. No, 1,800.
What negotiations? What about that? 800.
810.
Goodness me. Oh my gosh, guys.
Council.
Council, I like that.
580.
580.
We did Parliament, didn't? Oh yeah, Parliament's green.
Discussion. This is going too far away. 700.
Speech.
Yeah, speech is good.
Rhetoric.
760.
RH.
it's testing you. 3,000 on that thing as well.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Legal. 280.
Ooh. Judge.
1,200.
Court.
Yeah.
195.
But then government is the closest thing we've got. What's like a government? Dictator. 6,000.
Terrible.
Bloody hell.
Democracy. 900.
What's like a government? Group? 29. Just, so
Group.
government
Squad.
is 22. Group is 29.
4,000. So group.
It's going to be a collection then, I think. You've got
Charity?
country, public, group, and government. They're all groups. Just
Tribe?
another word for group. Yeah, tribe, stuff like that. Collection.
5,000. Meeting.
That's good. Yeah,
41.
41. Meeting, group, government. When you get people together, what do you call that?
Like a council. Like a
Yeah.
EGM. Oh.
Conference. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, conference.
Conference.
Oh, from
800. What is the
Order.
Yeah, I like order.
300.
350, not bad.
Rules. Rule is 290.
What about together? 62. So it's definitely like together, meeting,
Unite?
group, government. Yeah, unite. 500. How's unite 500? Duo. 4,000. What about
4,000.
couple?
Government group.
69. Oh, couple 69. Oh, come on.
Pair.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Pair 1,800.
Unify. 6,000.
Group. What do you call a group of people? A squad? Team? 800. Together.
I don't think it's just going to be a synonym for that because of group.
I think it will be.
Government being
But
so
yeah,
high.
but you look at everything as a group of people.
Government,
Government,
country,
group,
leader,
meeting
court.
together, couple, public, and country are all a group of people.
Yeah.
A court is a group of people.
Fans.
Organisation, yeah, I like that. God, that's brilliant. 145. Yeah.
Fan.
900. Friends. 11 is the
Friend is
best
11.
we've got. Friend. 11.
Husband. Let's try husband and wife.
Yeah.
Wife.
Okay. 1,000. 800. Sibling.
5,000, but friend is 11,000.
Relationship. I know we did
No.
relations. but
Buddy.
Relationships 1,000. Yeah. Buddy. 840. Friend. What about colleague? 700.
Associate.
Mm.
Partner.
1,000. Yeah. Partner's good. I like that. 500. Friend. What about
There's 500.
brother? Let's just try. But then sibling wouldn't be so far off, would it? No, 1,000
No.
on brother. Pet. 2,000.
Yeah.
Friend. Group of friends is called. That's so strange that friend is.
Friend and government being the two.
And colleague
of
is
the
not good. It's strange.
group. Yeah.
Friend.
Support.
Support.
380.
384. Not bad.
Gang.
Gang's good.
600.
Oh, 600.
Friend of the government.
Homie.
A meeting.
How about that? 22,000. Stacking up points.
Hang out.
Hmm.
When do you have a meeting of friends?
6,000. A party. This could be.
Well,
it.
how do friends?
It's a party.
No way!
Yeah, it's the government
Government
parties.
party and friends party.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go. That is under 5-5.
I love Contexto. I really do.
That's really
98
good
guesses.
fun.
We did it in under
You
100.
always get them as well.
I love it.
I think you've won Contexto every time we played.
No, I've won twice. That's my second win, I think.
Nice.
I think you've done the others, but that's a
Sick.
seriously fun game. Oh, what a great way to end the
Oh,
pod.
we want to invite you to a party at the subscribe button.
You're getting good at this. You really are.
And there's a celebration on the 5-star review button on the audio.
That's right. Throw up on both of those guys.
And the biggest, most exclusive party of all is over on patreon.com/Batch and Arthur.
Hell yeah.
Where we party hard with early uploads. You get to join the chat with us. We'll ask you questions. You get priority submissions and loads of other fun perks. So
Amen.
come party with the gang, party with the homies.
Party
Thanks
with
for
the
listening.
boy. Thanks,
for
guys.
watching.
Bye.
Bye.